Now, on the next leg of Trump's trip, which took him to the Vatican, Trump's hands really couldn't catch a break because this time, the First Lady gave him the old down low, too slow.
Hasn't read his wife's book. He's too busy. Not so busy he can't play golf on Sunday, but very, very busy.
And you could tell from the start that this was going to be special.
Have you ever gone to extreme lengths to avoid something awkward? Melania Trump has turned dodging Donald Trump's hand into an art form, complete with signature moves like the hair flip and the jacket adjustment. Could she secretly be training for the Olympics of hand avoidance? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favour. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. Ever seen someone dodge a handshake like they're in the Matrix? Melania Trump might just be the Neo of hand avoidance. Seriously, her ability to avoid holding Donald Trump's hand has been captured on camera so many times, it might qualify as a Guinness World Record. And let's just say, comedians like Jimmy Kimmel and Trevor are loving every second of it. Let's talk about the infamous hand-holding dodge. 1 second she's walking beside him, and the next she's flipping her hair, adjusting her coat, or suddenly fascinated by the nearest tree. Anything to sidestep the dreaded handhold. This viral phenomenon didn't just happen once or twice. Oh no, Melania has perfected the art with moves that almost look rehearsed, each one a little different than the last. There's the classic,
Unasked that question. You are answering a question no one has asked. Or he slurs his words. He repeats the same stories over and over and over again. He's repeatedly promised to release his medical records, and of course he has not. Hasn't read his wife's book. He's too busy. Not so busy he can't play golf on Sunday, but very, very busy, and openly tried to overturn the election. The other candidate isn't the first candidate, and that
I'm flipping my hair so my hand's busy move, a personal favourite. Then there's the jacket adjustment, where she conveniently fidgets with her sleeves just as Trump reaches out. And let's not forget the bird-watching manoeuvre, pretending to spot something interesting in the distance just long enough to keep her hands out of reach. Honestly, if hand avoiding were a professional sport, Melania would be the GOAT. Jimmy Kimmel couldn't resist this comedy goldmine. He once joked that Melania acts like touching Trump is some kind of punishment. During one viral clip, he even rewound her avoidance move in slow motion, narrating it like a sports commentator analysing a legendary play. Trevor had his own take too. He compared her reflexes to those of a professional athlete, saying she dodges Trump with the precision of an Olympic gymnast. Honestly, watching these comedians unpack her every awkward dodge makes you wonder, could this be part of a larger strategy? It's almost too deliberate to be random, right? Each move feels unique, as if Melania is choreographing her own anti-hand-holding dance. Imagine the practice that must go into perfecting these sidesteps. She's out here dodging handholds, with the energy of someone avoiding eye contact with a mall kiosk salesperson. And whether it's intentional or just second nature by now, it's given us endless entertainment. So let's crown Melania the unquestionable queen of awkward avoidance. If there were an Olympics for dodging handholds, she'd take home straight golds. Maybe Trump could stick to shaking hands with himself, because his wife's proven she's not signing up for Team PDA anytime soon. Have you ever faked checking your phone to avoid someone in public? Pretended to be suddenly mesmerised by a crack in the wall to duck an awkward interaction? If yes, then congratulations. You're way more like Melania Trump than you probably thought. Her infamous hand-dodging moves may have started as political fodder, but let's face it, they're basically exaggerated versions of what all of us do when we're trying to escape something awkward. Think about it. When you're strolling into a work meeting.
Now, on the next leg of Trump's trip, which took him to the Vatican, Trump's hands really couldn't catch a break because this time, the First Lady gave him the old down low, too slow.
over the past few weeks, she's been posting these little videos narrating excerpts from the book and presenting us with riddles to unfold.
When Trump has a bad day, we know Trump watches Fox and Friends and yells at the TV. But today he did the same thing, but we all got to listen in.
And notice that one co-worker who always wants to talk about their 3-hour documentary on paperclips, what do? Maybe it's the quick phone check, pretending an urgent text just popped up. Or perhaps you suddenly realise your shoelaces need adjusting, even though you're wearing slip-ons. That's essentially Melania with Trump's hand. Her "I'm flipping my hair" moment. That's just like when we rearrange the imaginary wrinkles in our shirt to avoid making eye contact. The jacket adjustment. That's every one of us pretending our bag strap needs fixing when we spot someone coming that we'd rather not hug. And the bird-watching manoeuvre? Classic move. Who hasn't stared off into the distance like the horizon suddenly got super interesting? Comedians like Trevor joke that Melania avoids holding Trump's hand with the precision of someone who's trained for it. And honestly, her moves are so relatable because we've all been pros at dodging something uncomfortable, whether it's a handshake, an awkward high five, or a forced "how are you?" at a family gathering.
And then his teleprompter went out.
The teleprompter just went out.
And you could tell from the start that this was going to be special.
He can barely speak.
We just set another stock rocket.
He can read off a teleprompter.
Shifting production to Thailand.
I would pay anything to know what he wrote inside that card that he definitely didn't actually get.
Even Jimmy Kimmel pokes fun at the fact that she seems to be innovating with every tactic, as if she's inventing a new form of passive-aggressive communication. But, jokes aside, there's a deeper reason why these moments resonate with us. Studies have shown that avoidance behaviour is a natural response to discomfort. It's the brain's way of saying, "Oh, no, not dealing with that right now." Whether it's dodging social interactions or pulling out our phones in awkward silences, humans are wired to avoid what makes us feel off-centre. Melania's exaggerated avoidance of Trump's hand is just a flashy, high-profile version of what we do ourselves. And that's exactly why it's so funny. She's made awkwardness an art form, turning everyday discomfort into something almost theatrical. So, in a way, Melania has accidentally become an icon of awkwardness. Watching her dodge and weave through these moments feels like holding up a mirror to our own socially anxious reflexes, just with a lot more cameras around. Honestly, we're all a little Melania sometimes, aren't we? It's wild how something as tiny as dodging a handhold can turn into a global spectacle. From comedians like Jimmy Kimmel breaking it down play by play, to Trevor comparing her moves to an Olympic sport. Melania Trump's hand-avoiding antics have shown how humour can take even the most uncomfortable moments and make them unforgettable. Maybe it's because we all relate to avoiding awkwardness in our own lives, and laughing at it helps us deal with it. Next time you're dodging an unwanted handshake, remember, you're not alone. And who knows, maybe Melania should launch a masterclass on avoiding things you just don't want to deal with.